Subhanallah walhamdulillah, Subhanallah walhamdulillah, Subhanallah walhamdulillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Fata'ala Allahu al-Malik al-Haqq. Fata'ala Allahu al-Malik al-Haqq. Fata'ala Allahu al-Malik al-Haqq. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters in Islam. My name is Muhammad Awal Amin. I'm from Nigerian indigenous of Niger State, a Niger State, a village called Go inside a That's where I'm from, that's mountain, that's my village. I'm in the paper tribe. This is my number 88 video. So I come to this Lagos not far from living, so I'm living inside Lagos in our area. Lagos in our area. Masaracha inside Lagos, so every time when you come to that mountain, that's why I find me to where I'm living. My business is silence once what happened to them said. So today's topic is about the translation of one. You see the word one has 7 translation. You also created 7 heaven and 7 earth. Then as I said that if you bring 4 7 said out to its blood, yet the word volatile will never be exhausted. Truly Allah is almighty and all wise. That is how the translation of one is up to 7. But the one that I want to explain, that is first translation one. That's what I want to explain. That is first translation one from FATIHA to NASI, which is Arab language. That is our video one in, and then you can translate one from Arab language to any kind of language in the world there. That's what I want to explain. So you see, when we got Surah Al-Israel, chapter 17, verse 44 said, تسبح له السماوات السبع والأرض ومن فيهن وإن من شيء إلا يسبح بحمده ولكن لا يفقهون تسبيحه إنه كان حليما غفورا. He said, 7 heaven and earth and all that they it glorify him. And then there's another thing, but glorify his praise. So see, Allah says now, 7 heaven, تسبح له السماوات السبع والأرض. 7 heaven and all that, 7 heaven and earth and all that they glorify him. So when Allah says 7 heaven, also the same 7 earth. When you come to arrange one, you trade one with respect, arrange one, do Allah arrange it. Do Allah put it, do Allah say the one that they first mentioned, you do it for the second one. You see every command of Almighty is following one another, do Allah arrange it. So do Allah says 7 heaven, also 7 earth. Then all that they glorify Allah, perform salah to Almighty, do Allah want how we want exactly the way we want. So do Allah created 7 heaven and 7 earth. Then that's how the translation one is up to 7. Then again, we've got Surah Al-Kahfi, chapter 21, verse 4, and I said, قُلْ لَوْ كَانَ الْبَحْرُ مِدَادًا لِكَلِمَاتِ رَبِّهِ لَنَفِدَ الْبَحْرُ قَبْلَ أَن تَنفَدَ كَلِمَاتُ رَبِّهِ وَلَوْ جِئْنَا بِمِثْلِهِ مَدَدًا. If the sea were in, we are to ride the word of Almighty Allah, then the sea would exhaust. The word of Almighty Allah will never be exhausted. Even though you bring forth another seed like it for it will end, meaning it will finish. The word of Almighty Allah will never finish. You continue doing that, it has no end. Then it didn't stop at there. Then Allah said in Surah Al-Luqman, chapter 31, verse 27 said, وَلَوْ أَنَّمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ مِنْ شَجَرَةٍ الْأَكْلَامُ وَالْبَحْرُ يَمُدُّهُ مِنْ بَعْدِ سَبْعَةِ أَبْحُرٍ مَا نَفِدَتْ كَلِمَاتُ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ. Allah said, and if all the trees on the earth were paid, and the sea were to ride the word of Allah, what the summer seed behind it actually supplied, yet the word of Almighty Allah would never be exhausted. Truly Allah is almighty and all wise. Then that is how the translation one is up to 7. You understand? Created 7 heaven and 7 earth. Then Allah said that if you bring for 7 seed out to supply, that is how behind earth supply. Truly Allah is almighty and all wise. The sea will exhaust. The word of Almighty Allah will never finish. Then truly Allah is almighty and all wise. That is how the translation one is up to 7. Then the one I want to explain, that is first translation one from FATIHA to NASI. Then first translation one from FATIHA to NASI, that is Arab language that Allah revealed one in, and then you can translate one from Arab language to any kind of language in the world entire. See? Then you can translate one from Arab language to the English language, to the European language, to the British language, to the Spanish language, to the French language, to the Indian language, to the African language, to the Hausa language, to the Nupe language, to any kind of language in the world entire. Then you can translate one from Arab language to the language of animal. No, that's cow language. Sound that cow is making. More, that's cow language. You can translate one from Arab language to the cow language. Ram language. You can, if you can be able to hear that language, you can translate one from Arab language to that kind of language. Then again, horse. That is language of the horse. Then if you can be able to hear that language, you can translate the one from Arab language to the language of the horse. Then again, cat language. Meow, meow. That sounds like, that's language of cow. That's language of cats. Then you can translate the one from Arab language to the language of cat. Then again, you can translate the one from Arab language to the language of lion. You can translate the one from Arab language to any kind of language of animal in the world entire. Then again, and then that's why that you are seeing, this is the wisdom that I give to Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. He can hear animal, bird, ant, very ant. Which the Rasul said in Surah An-Naml chapter 27 of the Quran, verse 6 said, وورث سليمان داود وقال يا أيها الناس علمنا منطق الطير وأوتينا من كل شيء إن هذا لهو الفضل المبين. And the Prophet Sulaiman inherited the knowledge of Prophet Daud. He said, "O mankind, we have been taught the language of bird, and on us have been bestowed all things. Very, this is evidence, grace from Allah." So Prophet Sulaiman Allah taught him the language of bird. He can hear what bird is saying. Then you can translate one from Arab language to language of bird. Go, 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 go. That is language of bird. If you can be able to hear that language, then you can translate the one from Arab language to that Arab language. Quack, quack, quack. That's another language of bird. Then if you can be able to hear that language, you can translate the one from Arab language to that language. See, that's small bit. If you can be able to hear the language, you can translate the whole one from Arab language to that language. Then again, you can translate the whole one from Arab language to any kind of language of bird in the world entire. Then again, you can translate the whole one from Arab language to the language of ant, valley ant. Which is it? And that is what I give to Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, which is in Surah An-Naml, chapter 27, verse 18 to 19. Verse 18 said, "Hatta idha ataw ala wadi namlin qalat namlatun ya ayyuhan namlu dukhulu masakinakum la yahtimannakum Sulaiman wa junudukum wa hum la yashurun." Till when they come to the valley of the ant, then one of the ants said, "Oh ant, enter your dwelling, lest Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam and his horse, meaning and his soldier, should cross you, meaning should march you while he present now." Then verse 19 said, فتبسم ضاحكا من قولها وقال ربي أوزعني فتبسم ضاحكا من قولها وقال ربي أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأدخلني برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين. So he smiled at her speech and said, "My Allah grant me power and ability that I may be grateful for your favor which you have bestowed on me and on my parents, and that I may do righteous good deed that will please you, and admit me by your mercy among of your righteous slaves." Look at it. So see. So Prophet Sulaiman can hear valley ant. Then you can translate the word from other language to the language of ant, valley ant, any kind of ant in the world entire. Then again, it didn't stop at there. You can translate the word from Arab language to the language of leaves. When the breeze blow, you hear the sound of leaf. Small leaf, big leaf. Any different kind of leaf in the world entire. Then you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of grass. When you look at the grass, when the breeze blow, you hear the making sound. Then that sound that's making, that's language of grass. And then you find a different kind of grass, it's making different kind of sound. Then you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of grass, any kind of grass in the world entire. Then you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of tree. When the breeze is blowing, you hear the tree is making sound. Making sound. Then the sound is making, that's language of the tree. And then you hear them making different kinds of sound. Then you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of trees. So there in the world entire. Then again it's over there. You can translate one from Arab language to the language of mountain. When the breeze blows, you hear the sound of mountain. Then you can translate one from Arab language to the language of mountain. In the holy time. Then again, you can translate one from Arab language to the language of the stone. When the stone take a stone, hit the stone, that you hear the mix sound. You can translate one from Arab language to the language of any kind of stone in the holy time. Then you can translate the whole Quran from Arab language to the language of rain that is falling from the sky. You hear the make it sound sha sha. If the perfect rain, you hear the sound different. If it's small rain, you hear the sound. Then if you can be able to hear that sound that's making this language, then you can translate the one from Arab language to the language of rain that has fallen in holy time. Then you can translate the whole one from Arab language to the language of fire. When the fire is catching, you hear it make a sound. Then that sound of fire. You can translate one from Arab language to the language of fire. Then you can translate one from Arab language to the language of fruit. When you are choosing fruit, when you are eating fruit, you hear it make a sound. Orange, you hear the sound of orange. It's different from the sound of banana that when you eat. Sound of banana is different from the sound of watermelon. Sound of water is very different from the sound of apple when you are eating. Then you can translate one from Arab language to the language of fruits. Any kind of fruit in the world entire. Anything that is sounding, that's the language of that particular thing. Then again, when it comes to that to manufacture, you can translate your word from Arab language. The philosophy behind it has no end. You can translate the whole word from Arab language to the language of leather. You hear the sound of leather. Leather. Those again, in the world entire, you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of the cloth. When you dress a cloth, you hear the cloth is making sound. Pop, 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 pop. That sound is making, that's language of cloth. Then you can translate the one from, if you can be able to hear that language, you can translate the one from Arab language to the language of the cloth that we're wearing. You can translate the one from Arab language to the language of shoes. If it is slippers, you hear it make a sound, pass, pass, pass. If it is palm, you hear it make a sound, pass, pass. If it is commercial, you will hear it make a sound, quap, 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 quap. If it is reboot, you hear it make a sound, whoop, whoop, whoop. You see, all that one, that sound that's making, all that one, that's language of the shoes. Then you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of shoes. Any kind of shoes in the world entire. Then again, you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of soul in the battlefield. When the soul is making sound, that's the sound that's making. You can translate the word from Arab language to the language of soul. You can translate the word from Arab language to the language of bicycle that we are driving, that we are riding. When you are riding bicycle, you hear it make a sound. Then that's the language of that bicycle. Then you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of bicycle in the world entire. Any kind of bicycle that we are. Then again, you can translate the whole word from Arab language to the language of motorcycle. That sound that's making, that's the language of motorcycle. And then again, when you take iron and rubber, then you manufacture bicycle. Then the bicycle that you manufacture out of that iron rubber, the sound that's making. When you take iron and rubber, you manufacture motorcycle out of that iron rubber. Then that motorcycle that you manufacture out, the sound that's making are you doing a carry that sound and then give it to it? So you see, you are not the one. But it's all material that give that sound to that motorcycle. Then that motorcycle that's making sound, that sound, that's language of the motorcycle. Then if you can be able to hear that language, you can translate the one from Arab language to the language of motorcycle in the world entire. Just again, when we come to the vehicle, gin, that sound that's making, that's language of it. You take iron and rubber and then manufacture vehicle. Then that vehicle that manufacture out of that iron rubber, the sound that's making, are you going to credit that sound and then give it to the gin? You see, you are not the one. But it's only material that credit that sound and then give it to it. Then that sound that's making, that's the language of vehicle. Gin. Then you can translate the one from Arab language to the language of vehicle, any kind of vehicle in the world entire. Then you can translate the word from Arab language to the language of aeroplane. That sound that's making. You can translate the word from Arab language to the language of handset, telephone, radio, television company. You can translate the word from Arab language to the language of fan. That's how that's making. That's the language of fan. You can translate the word from Arab language to the language of electricity. The sound it's making. The sound of electricity. You can translate one from other language to the language of generator. You can translate one from other language to the language of AC. You can translate the sound it's making. That is language. You can translate the whole one from other language to the language of God. That's sound that God is making. That's the language of this God. Different kind of God. If you can be able to hear that sound, that language, you can translate a word from our language to the language of God. That's what my father. You can translate a word from our language to the language of bomb. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that sound that's making boom, boom, boom. That sound of bomb. Then you can translate a word if you can be able to hear that sound. If you can be able to hear that language, you can translate a word from our language to the language of bomb. Then again, you can translate a word from Arab language to the language of wall. Gim. When you hit a wall, you hear it say gim. You can translate a word from Arab language to the language of wall. In the whole time. That's again, you can translate the whole Quran from Arab language to the language of nuclear. Bam, bam. You can translate one from other language to any kind of language in the world intact. Then you continue going the philosophy and it has no end. Then again, when we come to the Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, you say that in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. You see, that's translated one. That Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, that is first translated one from Fajr Trans, which is Arab language, that is our very one in, and then you can translate one from Arab language to any kind of language in the world intact. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the English language. You say that in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. All is translation. Then you can translate one from Arab language. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of European, British, Spanish. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of French language, Indian language, African language, Hausa language. The Sunnah Allah may rahama may zikai. In my Nubian language, you can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of my Nubian language. Besuna Allahu nay birame nay bijikai. You see, that's my language. Then you can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to any kind of language in the world itself. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of animal. No, that's calm. Then if you can be able to hear that language, you can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of calm. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of Ram. If you can be able to hear that, that's how you can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of Ram. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of horse. That's how that's making. That's the language. Then you can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of cat. Meow, meow. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of lion. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to any kind of language in the world itself. Of animal in the world itself. Then you can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of bird. That's all what the bird. If you can make it, then you can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of bird. You can translate the word Bismillah from Arab language to the language of bird. Quack, 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 quack. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of so bit. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to any kind of language in the world, in any kind of language of bird in the world itself. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of ant, valley ant. Any kind of ant in the world itself. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of leather. Look at the sound. You can translate the word Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim from Arab language to the language of paper. When the paper you hear it make a sound. That's the language. You can translate what Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim from Arab language to the language of shoes that you are wearing. Pass, even slipper. Pass. If it's palm. If it's commercial, whop. If it's a ramboon, whoop. Then you can translate word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of shoes, any kind of shoes in the whole time. You can translate word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of rain that starts falling from the sky. You hear it make sound. That's sound. Anything that is sound in that language. You can translate word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of fire when the fire is catch. It makes a sound. That's language. You can translate word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of fruit that we are eating. When you are choosing fruit, you hear it make a sound. You can translate word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of leaves. When the breeze blow, you hear leaves make a sound. You can translate in the word Italian. You can translate word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of grass. When the breeze blow, you hear it make a sound. Different kind of sound. Then you can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of grass. Any grass in the whole time. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of trees. When the breeze blow, you hear it make a sound. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of when we come to the thing that we bicycle. That's how it's making. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of motorcycle. If you hear that language of motorcycle. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of verb. That sound is making this language of verb. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of aeroplane. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of handset, telephone, television, computer. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of fan. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of fruit. When you choose apple fruit, you hear it make a sound. The sound is very different from orange fruit. The sound of watermelon is different from sound of pawpaw. The sound of pawpaw is different from the sound of coconut. The sound of coconut is different from the sound of, look at it, different kind of sound. Then you can translate the word one Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of pepper. You hear pepper is hotter than each one. The sound. You can translate word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of biscuit. Cross when you are eating biscuit. That's how it's making. That's language. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of kola nut. Cross when you are eating kola nut. You make a sound. That's the sound that's making that language. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of cloth. When the breeze is blowing, take a cloth, you hear the make sound. That's the sound that's making this language. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to any kind of language in the world entire. The language of mountain. Sound that when the breeze blows, you hear the make sound. That sound. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of God. That's the sound that's making. That's the sound of God. If you hear that sound, you can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to that kind of language. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to any kind of, to the language of bomb, boom, bam. You can translate the word Bismillah Rahman from Arab language to the language of so in the battlefield. Come. That sound is so is making the battlefield. That's language. You can translate the word Bismillahir Rahmanir from Arab language to any kind of language in the world entire. That is in the first translation of one from FATIHA NASI, which is Arab language. That's how REVEL word 1:8, and then you can translate word 1 from Arab language to any kind of language in the world entire. Those again when you come to the word NASI. Word NASI. That's Arab language. That's how REVEL the word 1:8. That word NASI. And then you can translate word NASI, meaning you can translate word the word one from Arab language to any kind of language in the world entire. Then you can translate the word Nasi from Arab language to the language of English language, which is mankind, human being, people. You can translate the word Nasi from Arab language to the language of European, British, Spanish language, French language, Indian language, African language, Hausa language, that is Motani. You can translate the word Nasi from Arab language to the language of Nupe language, my language. Is a Jamaica. That's my language. Then you can translate the word Nasi from Arab language to any kind of language in the world entire. You see, continue going. You can translate the word Nasi from Arab language to the language of animal. Bad, very hard. You continue going. We come to the tender to my father. Sound of leather and order. So say that's the false Rasul one from Fatah Nasi. What is Arab language that was revealed one in, and then you can translate one from Arab language to any kind of language in the world entirely. The philosophy behind it has no end. So I think this one going to stop. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.